And we're live. Welcome to our YouTube live broadcast. This is Tell the Truth Boxing Pod. It's your boy, the Valley Savage. Thank you for being here with us. If you could do me a quick favor and hit the like button, please subscribe. Tell everybody that loves boxing, that Tell the Truth is doing their thing. They talk boxing. They know what they're talking about. I'm not here alone. I got my boy, Rick Numero Uno, with us. Say what's up to
What's
the people.
good? What's good, dog? Numero uno in the building. You know the vibes.
I also got Ron Cruz here with us. What's up, Ron?
What's going on, fellas?
What
What's
up,
going
champ?
on?
What up, champ? But I know why y'all
Right.
here. I know why y'all here. The champ is here.
Oh,
Taj is in the building.
what's up,
What's
y'all?
good,
How y'all
champ?
doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all
This
doing?
I'm doing good, champ. I'm doing good. This is a welterweight doing his thing from the Lehigh Valley. Just came off a spectacular knockout win over there in Houston for Red Owl. I don't know if you want to let the people know who you are, where to find you, a
Oh,
little bit about yourself.
Thaj Teasley. Like in the ring, they call me Thaj the Tiger Teasley. Um, I'm just another human being doing their job. That's all it is. I'm just working hard, doing everything I have to do to hit my accomplishments and hit my goals, and just taking every day at a time. Ain't really too much crazy to go on an intro about myself.
I hear
Man,
you,
they know
man.
the tiger. Tell the truth. They know
For real,
the
bro.
tiger. Tell the truth, man. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
No,
Like
yeah.
that's how
Fuck
to
that's how
calm,
go
I
in
bro.
see it.
there, dude, man. I got so hyped watching the zone and then seeing you have a tough fight like that, and to be able to not only withstand the storm but stop the pressure with pressure and break your opponent down and stop a guy that was undefeated and on a tear. It was just, dude, I got so hyped watching that shit. It got me ready to fight again. I'm like, yo, fuck this. This old dude, I'm about to put the gloves back on. Like, dude, that's what it's all about, man. So
Yeah,
I
Hell
love the
yeah.
humbleness that you have. I love the humbleness that you have. Keep it that way, please, because it's hard to maintain that after a certain status where you get to such a high level. It's hard to
yeah,
maintain that humbleness. So keep that humbleness, man. We love you for that. Real ones do at least. But dude, man, what the fuck were you thinking? I'm sorry, I'm going right into it. What the fuck were you
Yeah.
thinking going with that type of fight, going through the battles in that fight, and then stopping him like you did? Like, what was going through your head, bro?
honestly, nothing. I was just calm. I was extremely calm. Even before the fight, I talked to the coaches that were there with me. I talked to Coach Nelson, Coach Louis, and Coach Mark. They were there with me, and I was telling them like, yeah, I'm extremely calm. I haven't been as calm before a fight in a while. But
Uh
I feel
huh.
like one of the things was because I just kept hearing things about what he said he was gonna do to me and all that stuff, and I'm not the type of person to talk. So it just motivated me, if anything. So I was dead locked in and focused. Already, like before going into that fight, I kept telling myself I'm gonna win anyway. So that's my mentality. Like I know I'm gonna win, but I also put in the hard work, and I'm dedicated to the sport as well. And I like to learn a lot as well while I go through the sport. And not only was I calm, but also when I was in there, when that first knockdown happened in the second round, like I was dominating the second round, and that knockdown happened. When it happened, it caught me off guard. One, because it didn't. One, I didn't feel the punch. I didn't even when I got up, I have no pain. Even after the fight, I wasn't sore. I didn't feel nothing from that shot. And some people were telling me, like when I watched the film, it looked worse than it was, because some people were telling me that when they seen the shot, it wasn't like he had his fist came down with the fist. It was more like this, kind of. Like his hand came down this way, or it was like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what they said. But most of that, besides that knockdown, when that knockdown happened, I was just already off balance. I made a rookie mistake and I went off balance on the wrong foot. I had one of my hands down and everything. So kudos to him for still causing that knockdown to happen. My first ever career time touching the canvas in my professional career. But that was also a lot of my mistake on my behalf. So the first thing I thought about was I just started laughing because both my feet came up off the ground. I tried bringing my arms out to grab the ropes, and instead of me grabbing the ropes
Well,
to catch my balance, I freaking I started laughing because I'm like, damn, I probably like a cartoon character slipping on a banana peel or something. Like that's the first thing I thought about. And then right when I stood up, the
Oh
second thing I thought
man.
about was, all right, I have to dominate the rest of this round. Even if they give him a 10-8, I just gotta show everybody I'm not hurt at all. Cause the ref, he was counting and he told us before he didn't count to 8. I'm like, all right, bet. Son, he started counting. He got to 9. I'm like, I'm showing him my hands. Like, yo, I'm good. Like,
Yeah, like what are we
come on,
doing?
don't do that. Then he asked me, you good? I'm like, yeah. But I understand he's just doing his job, so I'm not gonna. He's doing his job, and I noticed that boxing they've been working on making sure that it's a lot more safe for the fighters and make sure that the fighters are okay and stuff. But when that happened, right after that happened, I noticed at the end of that round, I started having him go on his back foot, and he was trying to apply the pressure, but I think he noticed that I was completely fine because I jumped right up, and then from there on, every single round was just dominate, take over, dominate. But also, of course, listening to the coaches that were giving me the instructions in the corner and just kept repeating that over and over again in my head. And then I just stopped thinking and was just doing everything they instructed me to do and everything just been practicing to do.
Most def, yeah, that's when it comes to handy, man. All the preparation, all the drilling, um, everything that you were planning and going over, it kind of just comes to fruition, and it's not supposed to think. You got to just react, and that's
Yeah.
really what it is. So now I guess kind of like my next question is like, did you feel like a difference in his punching power? Did you feel like when he cracked, he was like, oh shit, like this dude hits different because he was on a tear. He literally was stopping everyone. So it's like when you were in there with him and you actually got to feel what it was like, it's like, damn, I'm actually feeling the difference. I know why he's been stopping people, or is it just like, oh, it's just like a regular, it's a regular day in the office. Like I'm going through exchanges, but nothing substantial. Like, damn, his power was different.
Now, yeah, to me, I feel like it was more of a because in that moment, I know this is with all my fights. When I'm in the moment, I really don't feel the punches. And besides not feeling the punches in that fight, if you rewatch the fight, even the little small details, there's certain times where like he's hitting me, he's really not hitting me clean or flush. I'll roll off the punches. So I'll turn off the punches. I'll block him, or even if he did hit me with a shot, I would be like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like
Word.
that's basically what it was. Like it's not as that because I was like, okay, he's 8-0 with 8 knockouts. But one of the things I noticed, a lot of those are TKOs. They're not actual knockouts. So
Yeah.
there's a difference with that as well. And then I started looking at it even more too, where I'm like, okay, because it happened to me before. Last time I fought somebody undefeated, and I'm cool. I'm very cool with that person now. But before the fight, when we're in weigh-ins, everybody's like, oh, with the other person, like, oh, damn, I seen him do this to this person in sparring, or I seen this, I seen that. But the whole time I'm like, yo, y'all never seen what I did. Then I felt the same way in this fight where they're like, oh yeah, he must have power, he must have this, he must have that. But then yet again, on paper, it doesn't look like I have knockout power. It doesn't look like I have that much power myself. But I know what I'm capable of. So I wasn't too surprised. I already went into that fight the whole time thinking like, yeah, he fought these people, but he never fought me yet. So he doesn't know
Yeah, you can't
how it
you
is for me.
yeah, you can't go what it's on paper, man. That's the biggest misconception sometimes with these fights. You look at
Yeah.
people on paper, they're undefeated, they got all these knockouts, but like you said, it's like they're TKOs or it's something where their quality of opponent maybe wasn't as up to par. So the knockouts, not saying they don't mean anything, but it
Now he
takes
meant
away a
something.
little bit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and I definitely give him all respect, credit, and stuff to his
Most
career and
stuff.
his future career as well too. Because he's not. It's not like he's just fighting bums or he's a bum. Like nah, he's a good boxer. It's just certain this things he has to work on. That's all it is.
No, he's good, man. Nah, it was a good fight, bro. It was such a good fight. And
Yeah.
I just love seeing the dog, man. Just seeing the dog in
He
you and just like getting broken down. It was just awesome. My bad, Rob.
no. We're listening. But to me, he's a very good boxer. It's just more credit to you for making it look easy. Except
Thank you.
other than the knockdown, but you made that fight look easy.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate that. I was that was that was that was one of the things I told myself that I'm gonna just stay calm, stay relaxed, and not even just told myself. It's yet again it's something that's drilled into us over at India's boxing gym. The biggest thing is staying calm under pressure, having fun, and executing the game plan and making
Yeah,
So
I
adjustments.
was my bad, Jabba. I was just gonna have you like talk a little bit more about what your game plan and what you worked on in the gym, stuff like that, so people can know how smart you are in the ring and how you're able to, work the game plan that they set
Um,
out to you.
One of the biggest things where to not only pop my jab, but use my jab very well inside of different circumstances. Not only just for offense, but also for as a ruler, as a distraction, and also as a setup. And then besides just that, because I don't want to say too much, but besides just that, was to keep him towards the middle of the ring, or at least stay off the ropes. That was another thing. They kept telling me, stay off the ropes, stay off the ropes. So of course, I made those little mistakes that I made in the first and second round with going near the ropes and staying towards the ropes. But right away, I started realizing, okay, I have to make those adjustments. If I do go to the ropes, it's only for a split second. After that, I have to get the hell away from them, stay away from the ropes, and take him into deep waters. That was one of my biggest part. The biggest aspect was taking him into deep waters, because yet again, I seen that he never went past, I think, the fourth round, and those were his first two fights. He never went past that. He never went past the fourth round. But then after that, he hasn't been past even, I think, the third round, second or third round. And from there, I'm like, okay, bet I already got my experience, and like I purposely went the distance with certain fighters when I seen that, okay, I have an opportunity to stop him because I'm learning on the job, and I wanted to get those rounds and get that experience in. And when I seen that he didn't get all those rounds in, even though he has a lot of experience, I'm like, bet. I already know we don't see how really, like, how good his stamina is and his heart is. Which he had a lot of heart though. He had a lot of heart.
Definitely.
So champ, it's when you got the knockdown, when you went to the corner, was there adjustments made, or you were just like, you know what, I was off balance. He caught me slipping, and I'm gonna just stick to the game plan. Or did your corner tell you to make some adjustments?
It was a mixture of both. Like there were certain adjustments that they seen that they told me to do, and there were certain things that I seen that I didn't do because there was a couple of times where, well, Coach Louis right away is like, "Pa, you're getting lazy. You're getting lazy." In my head, I'm like, I'm not even getting. And then I started realizing I didn't say anything. I was just listening to them the whole time in the corner. I didn't say anything back. I was like, okay, okay. And in my head, I'm like, how am I getting lazy? I'm just okay. I see what he means by I'm getting lazy because there were certain times where I'm throwing a shot, but I'm leaving the other hand down, or I'm throwing a shot and I'm having the hand there, but I'm not fully secure with my defense, or I'm not moving my head enough, or I'm not taking my head to center line. Like little small things like that that a lot of people wouldn't notice that they're noticing and that I'm noticing as well too. So right away, quickly make that adjustments. Like every single round, no matter who I'm boxing, we always consistently making adjustments throughout the rounds and into the next round.
Right. So going into the fight, um, when you're looking at a fighter, like, do you study the tape, or do you just trust your corner and whoever is giving you direction to study the guy that you're going against, and then have him tell you what to do, or is it a combination of both?
A combination of both. Like we all do our parts where they'll study tape themselves, and I love to study tape, so I will dead watch my opponent. I don't
Mm.
care if I was seeing the fight 3 or 4 different times, like the tape 3 or 4 different times. I'll watch that tape multiple times, and then I'll go work on whatever I seen. Like, okay, I seen he does this, he makes that mistake. Let's try to operate on that mistake. But then there'll be times where I go right back again to watching that same tape and start noticing things that I didn't see, or the coaches would notice things that I didn't see, or I would notice things that they didn't see. It's a mixture of both. Mixture of both.
Word. I know. I remember watching the fight. I know Ron and Rick seen it. And the commentator, my man Sean Porter had us in there dying, bro. Like his commentating was hilarious,
It was
man.
wild.
And
Nah, it
I
was.
we were all saying, like, he was saying what we were all thinking, I think, because we actually think you should have got him up out of there sooner. He
Hmm.
was taking a lot of
Yep.
punishment out there. You had an answer for everything. It was like everything was in slow motion. And just to see, obviously we're going to have a more visceral reaction to seeing one of our own get knocked down. And when I first seen it, I'm sure these guys will agree, I was like, damn. But then when you got up so quick, I'm like, shit. Like, even though he may have got knocked down, he got a crazy chin, and his recovery is just crazy. But then to see how
Yep.
you broke him down
Got right
afterwards,
back
and
up.
then right back up, and then got right back to work, and then you just punished them. And like I said, like, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I agree with Sean Porter. The ref, it was like the ref should have done what he did a lot sooner, bro, because you could tell
Yeah.
Facts.
the fight was over.
Facts.
Agree.
Nah, yeah.
Non-biased. Non-biased. That should have been stopped.
Not
Hmm.
and it's not even being biased too. It's like you said. Even Sean Porter said it. He said that 90% of referees and even maybe the coaches. I don't know what was going on in their corner. I'm not gonna speak on their corner and stuff, but
Yeah.
a lot of people would have stopped it beforehand. That's why there was even a couple of times where I'm sitting there and I'm noticing, okay, the referee isn't gonna stop this, so I'm still just getting my experience in, going off of what he's going in. But then when we go into the eighth round, I'm realizing that okay, even if he doesn't stop this, I have to push the pace even more, and I have to stop it myself at least. I have to do something to stop it because when he finally when I threw those shots and he was going down, I got sick and tired of him holding me as he's going down because there was one time I think it was the fourth or fifth round where he went to go clinch me, but I'm backing away from him, and he falls down to his knees like he's going
Mhm.
down. But as he's going down, it was after I threw a
He's
punch at him.
holding.
So I'm thinking,
He's
okay,
grabbing you on the way.
yeah, on the way down. So I'm like, okay, they didn't give me 8 count. They didn't give me 8 count. From there, I try hopping right on, right away, pause, and then the ref stepped in between us, and I just stepped in right in
Pause.
between us, and then I was gonna throw a right hand, but then since the ref stepped in between us, he stopped me. Then I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna just get back to work when I get the chance to. And then the second time I noticed was after I got that knockdown in the 6th round. I remember sitting back in the corner, going back to the corner, and as I'm in the corner, I'm thinking of what's the next thing I'm gonna do? Like one of the guys behind me, they were telling me, "Yo, breathe, breathe, breathe." So I'm like, all right, bet. I don't know why the hell I wasn't breathing, because normally I'm always. So they're telling me in the corner, take deep breaths, and I'm like, all
Mhm.
right, bet. So I'm doing that, and as I'm doing that, I'm thinking, okay, what's gonna be the next step? How am I going to set up my next shots? Am I gonna be smart? Am I gonna be tactical? So I remember right as I'm walking towards him, I'm thinking in my head, like, of course he's gonna expect a big shot. So I feinted the right hand, and I believe I went back to my lead hand. But instead of me throwing a huge shot, I ended up after a time just taking that risk and threw a certain right hand, missed it, but I still set myself up position wise with my feet to at least throw a straight right and throw good. Then after that is when I was telling y'all about later on in the later rounds, 8th round before they stopped it, when he went down and the ref gave him that 8 count. If he was gonna allow him to box again, I already had in my head where I was gonna go next and what I was gonna set up to make sure it was a complete stoppage, to make sure like, all right, nah, it has to be stopped. It has to be stopped now.
I think
I should
Yeah,
that was so impressive, man.
I got a comment, a question from Mike Cool Cool. It says, "Were you ever concerned about the size? Because just one video, he just looks so much more bigger and stronger than you."
That's the thing. I heard that I don't know how true it is, but I've also seen from research wise, there are certain times I've seen that he walks around, or at least he is like 175, 180. Then I seen when the camera crew came down and took images of us and they were posting the images, I'm just looking at his whole body structure, no Diddy, and I'm like, damn, bro got some big arms. He really is a pretty big solid guy. But I wasn't too worried anyways
Diddy wild right
because
now.
bro,
Diddy's cooked
yeah.
right now.
A
But yeah,
thousand bottles, 1,000 bottles of baby oil is wild, crazy work, bro.
baby
It's
No.
oil
crazy.
Nasty work. Nasty work. Got
and
mad bottles of baby oils
and
confiscated.
lube and
Yeah.
lube. Nah, but I wasn't too concerned though
Oh,
too
man.
because there's certain times where somebody will be bigger than you, they'll be stronger than you, they can be faster than you, they can be more accurate than you. There's always a flaw in something. So once I seen it was just size and that he just it really ain't too much to worry about because I spar with bigger guys anyways as well too. I'll
Yeah.
spar with heavier
Exactly.
weights and stuff. So that I kept telling myself and going into this fight that if I show too much respect and I'm scared to get hit, I'm in the wrong sport. Like, I have to understand that okay, I may take a punch. If I take a punch, then I just have to adjust off that punch. It's not like it's gonna kill me. And worst come to worst,
Most deaf.
yeah, there's a possibility that could happen. But honestly, I don't see myself in that situation. So whatever happens, happens. But I know that at the end, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to win.
That was just so impressive. I think that was the best part about that fight, man. Just witnessing you just I don't know, maybe it's just me. You're witnessing yourself grow up right in that ring, bro. Oh shit, my light went out. But anyways, so it was just so impressive just to see you grow up in the ring right there, bro. Like
1 second, guys.
just seeing you be able to overcome the challenges and everything like that and just really just step up and adjust when you could have literally folded. You could have just been like, nah, yo, like, I don't know if it's for me. You could have questioned yourself a lot. And you just saw the confidence and calmness in yourself. You were just like, nah, we're not going nowhere. Like I'm here.
Yeah, I got too
And
much on
like
the line. I'm not finna. Like one of the things I was thinking about before going into that fight was one, I had family with me and I had people that are there in person, and then two, I got mad family at home watching this. If not on the zone, then in other ways, allegedly other ways of watching watching the fight. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, bruh, I'm not finna get got in front of all these people. And then I heard some people from WA were there, some people from Matchroom Boxing, from
hmm
Matchroom Boxing were there, and then all respect to Sean Porter. Sean Porter was there. I seen that. That wasn't like that was cool to see that he was there, but I was really more worried about all like my family and friends, them seeing me, and when I have to go, like my cousin he had a baby shower last weekend. When I have to go to the baby shower, am I gonna hear mad jokes about this happening, that happening? Nah, I'm not finna have that. I'm not finna get got. I know my family and friends, we all crack jokes on each other. I'm not. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Yo,
And
me, it's
also,
funny
like,
because oh my bad, bro. Go ahead.
nah, I was just gonna end it off with Plus, the biggest thing is just representing that I know I'm representing the gym. I'm representing the Lehigh Valley, and I'm representing myself.
Facts.
And that was just that's mainly the last thing. Like I didn't want to let anybody down, especially not myself. I didn't want to let myself down.
It was it's funny that you say that though, because me and Ron had actually had a conversation about how it is with these fighters nowadays. Because when Ron was fighting, there was no Instagram like going crazy like that, where as soon as you get knocked out, a couple seconds later, everybody got a meme and got something to say, calling you a bum and stuff like that. And then on top of
Yeah,
that, you got you worried about like what your mom and what your family is thinking. So it's funny that you say that though, because me and Ron was just talking about how it's a lot harder mentally for young fighters like you nowadays.
shoot. I can only imagine how much harder it would be now, because that actually is another thing that you have
Hmm.
to think about too. Like, I'm not trying to be on a meme page. I'm not trying to have that happen. And then even then, that's why I always show respect to my opponents. And even after the fights, even if they wouldn't do the same thing for me, I'm gonna still do that and keep my classy character, because I know that could be me. I don't want that to be me. That's another motivation I have when I go into the ring. But and even then, I still don't even want that to be my opponents. But it's a business. It's either him or me, and I ain't trying to get got.
I hear you. Did you want to say something, Ron?
Um, well, I gotta head out, but before I go, not just like, cause Tanje, we all, as we see, we know that Tanje is a good, humble kid. Like he doesn't talk much, but I'll say it for him. I know how hard he works. Like a lot of fighters could talk about how hard they work, but it doesn't show in fights. In this fight, we all saw eighth round. He looked like he was ready to do four more, six more. He was ready for a 15-round fight. But like I said, I know Tanji. I know how he works. He's always constantly working. He has a great team behind him. Indio, the whole team, and Louis Melendez, Nelson, the whole team. He also has me. He's my little brother. So he knows that I give him all the advice that he can need for me. I'm there
Yeah.
for him, and that's all I can say. Tanja's a hard. We all see he's a working horse. So, before I go, just, love you, little brother. Love you guys. Vic, I'll see you later.
Nah, love you too, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot,
Appreciate you.
for real.
And let's get it. Let's get it, brother.
For a
All
fact.
right, champ.
For a fact, you gonna get it.
Yeah, so champ, I seen you was in a team combat league. What was that like? Because I know that's something new. I think it's in its second year right now. So tell me what
Yeah.
that was like. What was that experience like?
It was cool, but it's not. It doesn't. I'm not a big fan of it just being one round, cause.
Mm,
But the thing is, I even only fought once. I learned a lot, and it did help me out a little bit. Cause sometimes in previous fights in the past, there was times where I started off a little slow, but from that, I also taught me and showed me that I could start fast from the first round. But as long as I pace myself and I have the right tempo, I can go and keep pushing hard, even though I work hard all the time, anyways. But Team Combat League was different. It was pretty cool. My homie Brittany Sims, she cooked up. She got candidate. She was like a candidate for MVP of the season, and she's also fighting this Friday too. But she's fighting over at Wind Creek. She a dog. She's ranked number one inside of the.
I'll be there. I'll be there
Yeah.
at the. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
see
gonna
you
be
then,
there?
cause
All
Yeah,
right,
cause she's
but
fighting, my boy Julian's fighting, my boy Joseph's fighting, and then
mm-hmm.
Francis and my boy Ali are potentially fighting. I don't know what's going on with that fight, but hopefully that fight happens. And then my boy James, there's a lot of my peoples are fighting on that card, and
Yeah, there's a bunch on
but
that card.
yeah, but Team Combat League, it was a pretty cool experience overall. And personally, for myself, I wasn't too big of a fan competing wise because it's only one round, but it still
Yeah.
was a great experience. And there were a lot of dogs in there. Like it showed a lot of dogs, and it's dope. Team Combat League is pretty cool. It's something that definitely tune into and check out.
Yeah, I heard of it, but then I seen I heard of it on another podcast, and then I seen because I follow Rashidi Ellis, and I
Yeah,
seen
yo,
Rashidi Ellis in there. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
what
she's
the
nice.
that shit
yeah,
got heated.
yo, Rashidi is nice,
Him and
nice.
C4, man, that shit got heated.
Yeah, I
Yo,
seen that.
when he fought boy I'm cool with, his name Cartier Albright, and that was a great fight between those two.
Cartier,
It
yeah, that was
was
a good one.
yeah, it was a great fight between those two. Those two put some showed that they're dogs. So it was pretty
Word.
cool.
So you saying that you would never you wouldn't do that? That's not something that you're interested in ever doing again?
Now I don't know, like I never said that. I'm just saying that I wasn't let me put this in better terms. I have to make better adjustments and understand the rules better. Let me say that.
Mm,
I'm gonna put
okay.
that in the clear because like I said, Team Comedy League was pretty cool. It was cool overall, and it was a cool experience, like traveling wise and everything like that. I'm not saying I would never do it again because it was a really great experience. It's just I would have to make the right adjustments and prepare myself for the way that you have to fight in that league. That's all it is.
It's an adjustment, man. One round,
Yeah.
man. You got to bring out a lot in that one round. There's no feel. It's like no feeling out. It's like
Mhm.
kind of like I'm just going off instincts and I'm just putting in work and I'm making sure I'm being first and I'm
Mhm.
trying to be last because if I'm not, if I'm either one, I'm looking bad to a judge. And
Yeah.
to try to get through a round and then all of a sudden you get cracked and then you got to come back and get yours. It's got to be a challenging round. It's got to be different for you.
Mhm.
But I think, like you said, man, I think I still think it's a great learning experience to go through that, and for you just to build off it and go into your regular fight camps
Professional.
in
Yeah.
like more of a better perspective. Like, yo, like if I have to go through this dog type of fight, I can do it. But in
Yeah.
reality, I got 8 plus, I got 8 rounds to really like work and really just help break down my opponent and dissect my opponent instead of just thinking like it's one and done and that's it.
Yeah.
So that's got
Is
to be.
everybody in there pros, or there were some amateurs in there, or were they mostly pros?
They're mostly pros, but they have a lot of top. If they do have any amateurs, they're usually top elite amateurs that are getting ready to turn pro, and then that's from what I've heard. But even some of the pros, you have pros that have a lot of experience. You have pros that are just turned pro, still starting off. You have
Yeah.
amateurs that are about to turn pro, and they're using that as their pro debut experience to build
Mhm,
into when they do actually have their first professional debut. It's a
mhm.
very interesting and very complex league. So it's a pretty cool league.
And it doesn't count against your record, right?
Nah, it doesn't go to your professional record at all.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
don't
like they
go.
have like their own separate league record.
Yeah. So if somebody were to did you see anybody get knocked out? Because I'm saying, like, if somebody gets knocked out, like that doesn't even get tracked by commissions, right? Or
Nah,
is
it's
the
still
commission is the commission involved in there?
no, the commission's involved in it still. Depending on
Oh
state,
shit.
no matter what state you're in, that state commission is gonna be involved in it. So if you were to get knocked out or injured, they're gonna suspend you.
Spend you for
Hmm.
30 days or 60 days.
Yeah, depending on how bad your injury is, and depending on the situation as well too. And but you're suspended, I think specifically in that state, I believe. But I'm
Yeah.
not. I can't tell you because I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it'd probably be that state because basically that commission's running the event. So
Hmm.
whatever state you're in, that commission's gonna have you suspended for that particular state.
Yeah, like
Uh,
say you had a fight and say you had a fight in California, but you just fought in the Team Combat League, and I'm gonna say a random state in Missouri, and you get suspended in Missouri, but you still have your professional fight in California. I believe you'll still be able to fight your fight in California, but like I said, it depends on the circumstances. I'm not 100% sure. It's just what I'm assuming. I'm
no, I
assuming.
think I think you're right. No, I think you're right. I think you're completely right. But it's got to be an interesting thing, man. You know, if something were to go wrong, you get cut, you get knocked out, and then you got to
Yeah,
actually schedule fight. Like it might fuck up some, it might fuck up some plans. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
um,
exactly. And that's another reason why I said like it's a very interesting league. I just have to make my adjustments if I ever plan on participating in it again. But I'm just more worried about my actual professional career, which yet again that also does help out with the experience. So I'm not talking down on the league at all. It's a great league. So
I agree, yo. And it's crazy
So
because it seemed like people that were like kind of like not. All right, so let me say this: like sometimes people who like don't have fight scheduled and like they
hmm
haven't been active. That's
they
like
want to
kind of
stay
like a
active.
good way to like keep them active and like, hey, you know what? I don't have any fights lined up. I haven't been busy. Let
hmm
me get back in there. Let me knock the ring rust off a little bit. And I think that's where it comes in. And you still get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think there's good things to take from it, even
Yeah,
though
there's a lot of good things.
yeah,
They have a lot of potential. They have a lot of potential with their company.
it seemed pretty cool what they're doing. It was different, so that's why it was cool.
Yeah.
so where do you think coming off a win against an opponent like that, where do you think that's going to propel your career? Because I know you said that you've seen some big wigs in the crowd from the zone and other places and stuff like that. So I mean, I personally think that you coming off a win, not just against him, but in a style that you won in. I think you got some eyes on you. So in your personal opinion, where do you think that fight and winning in that fashion is going to propel your career? And where do you see, regardless, your career going within the next 2 to 3 years?
In all honesty, with how my career may go after this fight, I'm not sure. I don't really think too much about that. The things that I think about and I worry about a lot the most are what can I learn from that previous fight? What can I improve on? What can I keep working on and getting back into the gym and staying active? The next thing, after that as well, to answer the next question with that is I'm gonna just discuss it with the team. So we're gonna discuss it together as a team. We'll figure out what our next step is, and we're gonna go from there as well too. Because even though it's we're individually in a ring by ourselves, it still is a team sport. You have your management, you have your head coach, and you have yourself, and of course everybody else that's in your gym mates and your other coaches. So we're gonna go back, discuss it as a team, see what the next step is, figure out what the next step is, and from there we'll just keep moving on. And within the next 2 to 3 years, what is 2024 about to be
Mm-hmm.
2025? I'm
Mm-hmm.
turning 26 in a couple weeks. I estimated that by the time I hit 28 to 29 the latest, maybe even 30 the latest is when I should be finally being able to fight for a title. It may come a lot sooner than that. It's probably gonna come a lot sooner than that, but we just hit contendership and we're just taking it step by step. So one of the things that I live by is not to look too far into the future, not to look too far in the past, and right now just stay in the present and keep getting the job done. Just keep working step by step. Because
Oh shit.
yeah, I used to have
Oh shit.
a bad problem with anxiety. So what's
Hey,
Yo,
good?
good life to America.
you already know.
What's good,
Yes,
Khalid?
Yo,
sir. In the
congratulations,
building.
Tajay.
Thank you,
You already know, baby. You did your thing.
thank you. I appreciate that for real.
You can hear me, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you. Yeah, you good.
All right. Yeah, I want to shout out, man. You know, I call you nephew, man. You did your thing.
thank you. Nah, I
You know what I mean?
appreciate
You
that
showed
for real,
true
for real.
dog, true warrior. Keep it up, man. You the truth. You know that.
Hey, I'm still working my way up. Still got a lot more to do.
Oh
Still got a
man,
lot more to do.
you keep grinding. You
Nah,
keep grinding.
yeah.
But what's up? What I miss? You know, I'm at work, so I got in and out.
Yeah, we got into Taj was being real humble about how he put hands and feet on my guy.
Hands
Oh
and
Um,
feet
yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah, he put hands, feet, kneecaps on my man's and them, but he was humble about it though. That's not Taj saying it, that's the Valley Savage saying it. No disrespect at all, what I'm saying, because he was a good fighter, but that's why I'm so hyped, man. Especially, one of our own, being from the Valley and everything like that, for him to put on a performance the way that he did. I'm telling you now, bro, I can't be any more prouder.
Thank you,
Facts.
yeah.
for real. I
I
really
mean, your
appreciate that.
footprint's still on his face. I mean, you were all over him, baby. Once you started turning up, it was a wrap. You know what I mean? Like,
Um,
and
Uh,
I also, for you to take a little adversity, you know what I mean? Get
touching the deck and jumping back up, and then showing true dog after that, you took the heart from him, man. You know what I mean?
Nah,
That just
thank you.
shows the temperament. You as a fighter, we all know you don't play, you know, and we're gonna see you come back even stronger the next time around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make a lot of improvements from that previous belt because I still learned a
It's
lot from
boxing,
that
man.
belt.
It's boxing. It happens.
Yeah,
You know? Don't beat yourself up over something like that because you are the one in there showing true heart, true dog. You know what I mean? You fighting, starting to jump up there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Shit, maybe we could get Floyd out of retirement, get that big money check. You already know.
Nah,
You already know. Floyd about 59 years old. No, I'm just joking. I'm capping.
nah.
Nah, champ, but
No, you know
real
I'm
though,
fucking around.
like I mean, I know like you're ultimately in control of your career, but and maybe I am being a little biased, but 29 and 30, I definitely I see you
My
becoming a
shit's fucking
true
up.
contender way before that, champ, way before that. You know what
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Because you're young and you're focused, and just the talent alone. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be way sooner than that. But do you think at 29 and 30, you think you're gonna still be at welterweight then, or you think you'll be at like 54 or something like that?
It's a
Is it hard for
possibility.
you to make weight?
Nah, I actually as long this goes for almost for anybody. So I already don't have too much body fat percentage, and I'm always staying in shape anyways. And my diet helps me out even better too. So I'm always just working to keep myself in shape, and so the point where I don't have to have trouble cutting weight. Like I always make sure that if I find out I have a fight coming, and I prepare ahead of time for how much we have to cut, how I'm going to cut the weight, and then we also have a nutritionist now as well, so that's even more helpful. But even then, I don't have too much problems cutting weight. I just got to stay disciplined, same as anybody who cutting weight.
Okay,
So
so then let
Right.
me. Would you say, Leaf?
No, I said right. I mean, he's a true professional. You know what I mean? He stays in the gym. I mean, I seen Tajay work. I seen Tajay spar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him and his brother, they motivated Jonathan too. You know what I mean? They hard workers, the best
yeah,
in
and
the whole in ABE. You know, I already know.
now we
Hmm.
got Brittany
One
Sims.
hundred
She's ranked number
percent.
one. And then we also have Hellman. He's boxing out of our gym as well too. And then our boy Angel Rosario, who's working his way up. Everybody in our gym, we all motivate each other in our gym. We're all doing our jobs and just working really hard in our gym. Everybody in our
Oh,
gym.
champ, I wanted to say, like, now that you talk about the gym, I seen you was in there with did you get some rounds with De Los Santos?
Oh yeah, nah, that's our boy. Yeah, we're really cool with Dos Santos. There's multiple times that we got good rounds in, and I'm also very grateful to him as well, and Coach Cello, who they kept constantly coming back down to our gym, and whenever they were in the area, and I was able to get in a lot of great rounds with him, and they both showed me a lot and helped me out a lot. And Coach Cello he still helps us out sometimes whenever need be.
Where how'd
Right.
you feel about that fight with Shakur though? What'd you think
Now
about that?
we it was actually pretty cool to be. I was one of the when he was over here. I was actually like, getting a lot of rounds with him when he was preparing for that fight, which is I know it sounds crazy 'cause I'm Orthodox core southpaw, but I felt honored any other way to be able to be one of the sparring people. With that fight though, it was a good fight. It was a good fight overall. Like notice how Shakur is already a defensive fighter, but he had to be extra defensive against De Los Santos. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with any professional. We all make our own. We all make our small mistakes. And he was at a. They're both at a bigger stage to the where even those smallest mistakes they mattered.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a close fight and it was a good fight. De Los Santos did everything he had to do and he did a great job. Shakur did a great job defensively, even though some people just see it as he's running.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that you have to do to for longevity wise, and he still, even though he was being defensive and running and stuff, he still came out with the W. Congratulations to him. And De Los Santos, he came out with even more knowledge. He became an even more dangerous boxer from learning from that fight. But even then, I'm not even I'm because I'm trying to keep it as neutral as possible. I don't want to be biased because De Los Santos is like I said, that's my boy right there. But
Mm-hmm.
even then, I I
Right.
still say that De Los Santos was so far, in my personal opinion, not even to be biased, Shakur's hardest fight. That's the most defensive
Oh
you would
yeah.
see. You see
Absolutely.
Shakur out of all of his other fights.
I agree.
He could barely be offensive.
Yeah, nah,
And
definitely.
honestly, it was an extremely close fight. I don't agree with the way the decision came out. I'm not saying that De Los Santos won the fight, but I'm saying like the way it came out with the unanimous.
It was
I
super
have to
close,
rewatch the
bro.
fight again, but everybody has their own opinions, and overall they're still doing their thing. So
So is he cracking like that? Like is he punching? Is the
oh
power real?
Oh,
yeah, De Los
oh
Santos he got
yeah, you
power.
can tell.
He got
Yeah.
power. Yeah,
You got
Yeah, you
he
can
power.
tell.
yeah that man
And
he got power, especially for his weight.
As good as Shakur is, once he felt that power, he wasn't standing there. You know, he said something about his hand, and I ain't trying to take no credit from Shakur. He's a great fighter, but
Hmm.
we all know why you didn't do the rematch. You know what I'm saying? De Los Santos is a beast, bro. I would like to see
Yeah,
him
he's a
fight Tank.
monster.
I
But
would
look
like to
at his
see him
hand
fight Tank.
now.
That'd be a pretty good fight. That'd be
What
Hell
was
yeah,
that,
that'd be
Rick?
a
that'd
good
be a real
fight.
interesting fight.
Hell yeah.
What was that, Rick? What'd you say?
I mean, I'm saying, but look at Shakur's hand now. Like it crumbled. So it's obvious
Yeah.
there's
No,
some
he definitely has hand
issues there.
problems. He definitely had hand problems.
So
Like
this
even
is why he ain't gonna jump on that rematch. Like
that's like
he
like
can't punch.
Gervonta Davis and Isaac Cruz. Like Gervonta hurt his hand in that fight, but he still was able to come out with the W and made the adjustments that he needed to make. That's what just makes a great boxer. You made the adjustments to be able to survive against a dangerous fighter, a dangerous boxer at that too.
Mhm.
Like I
Right.
said,
I
De
agree
Los
100.
Santos became so much better since. So if they were to have a rematch, honestly, I'm just gonna go yet again. Even before the fight, before their first fight, I said De Los Santos was gonna catch a dub. Now it didn't come out how I thought he was gonna come out, but he made his mark. He made his point. He did a great job. He has his respect for Shakur. Even Shakur, I seen in a recent interview, gave De Los Santos all his respect and even admitted how great of a boxer he is. If they were to have a rematch, I'm still standing on Edwin's side. I believe that Edwin will come out on top just because of his style, the way he is, and the adjustments he makes. But it all depends as well too. Yet again, because Shakur's the same way. He learns a lot from all of his fights, and he makes that adjustment. So let me just keep it neutral and say it would be a great fight over again. I don't know who the winner would be.
Nah, man. Let me hear something, man. Like,
Nah,
nah, man.
nah,
Quit
cause
lying to him, man.
nah, cause I'm
No,
realistic.
don't
Cause
do
I'm
that to him.
realistic. I don't
Don't do
like to.
that
I
to
don't like
him.
to. I like to stand in a neutral side
Yeah,
and
let that man stay neutral. Let that
yeah,
man
I'm gonna
stay
stay.
Nah.
neutral.
I'm gonna stay neutral because anything can happen. It's boxing. You never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah,
Especially
man.
as
Uh,
a
I hear you,
professional
champ.
boxer, I can't sit there and be a critic on other boxers when I make a lot of mistakes myself.
you gotta
I
let
hear
me
you,
get an
champ. I
assessment
hear
on
you.
this one. Let me get an assessment on this one real quick, and I'm at work.
Yeah, my fault, my
Real
fault.
quick. Anyone at De Los Santos, if they stand in there, you know, go blow for blow, De Los Santos is a dangerous fighter for pretty much anyone at 35. That's
Hmm.
why Shakur was on his bike. And I mean, no disrespect. Yeah, you might have hurt his hand, but he was on his bike with the extra pedals. You dig what I'm saying? Like he was gone. Like he wasn't trying to stand in there and take those big shots. You know what I mean? And who would? Because that boy can punch. Now,
Hmm.
with that being said, De Los Santos can even go up to 40. I think he's strong enough to even go to 40 and give like Tio or someone problems. He's just a good fighter. And for you to
Hmm.
be working with him, Tajay, shows enough that your pedigree's up there because that boy can fight. And you know, I know other fighters that moved, even Ronald Cruz who said he moved, but he's like, yo, Tajay's the truth, man. Like, you know how to control range, and you're just at the beginning still. You know what I'm saying? Three,
Yeah.
4 more years, we might look at, you know, unify or undisputed. You got all the
Hmm.
potential to do it all, man. Just remember, always remember this. It takes you to know I'm all in. You grinding, so you already doing the work. I show the
Yeah.
world what you really are. You know what I mean? I have much love and respect for you, much respect for Jonathan, much love and respect for Enyo. And you know, I gotta be out. And I just want to represent real quick and jump on. And I wish I could stay longer, but
Thank
you
you.
already know, guys. Valley
No doubt,
Savage,
bro.
Nuno, Uno. Happy birthday, Rick. Much love to you,
Good looking
Tajay.
out,
Much
Yeah,
man.
love
happy
to all
Good
of you,
birthday,
looking
right?
out,
champ.
man.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Much
peace,
love.
Much
bro.
love. Stay safe, stay dangerous. God bless.
Yeah, you already know. Coach Lee Power.
Oh yeah, no. I told you happy birthday earlier on Facebook, but I want to tell you well, I can't tell you in person, but I want to tell you too. Happy birthday, man! I forgot. It's funny because before we got on, first thing I told myself, like, all right, wish him a happy birthday because you just told him happy birthday, and I completely forgot. I completely
It's about
forgot.
you, brother. It's about you, man. It ain't about me, man. Tell the truth,
Nah, it's all
man.
of us. It's shoot. It's
It's
y'all.
all
It's y'all
good.
platform. So
Hey,
I'm just a guest on here.
hey, man.
Yeah, man, came a long way from doing the shows in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like the ring thing is cool. We're still gonna be on that, but had to evolve with the times and do something that's going to bring content to the people more frequently, on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you know, now Tell the Truth live on YouTube is born, bro, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because you and Jonathan were one of the first to just be like, hell yeah, I'll
Day
do
one,
it. You know
day
what I
one.
mean? Day
Yeah,
one. You know what I'm saying? Always humble. And that's why I really love doing this, man, because honestly, the nicest people you would ever meet are the people that are paid to literally hurt someone else. It's
Destroy
crazy.
somebody's day.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're paid to literally put like inflict pain and take the will and the soul from people. And they're the nicest people, the most humble people you'll ever meet, ever talk to, like give you the shirt off their back. And you, Taj, like you are no different, bro. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. And
thank you. I appreciate that.
you got the talent to match, bro. You know what I'm saying? You, Jonathan, Leanna, I mean, Showtime, I mean, everybody has just been, gracious. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be any more thankful, man. You know what I mean?
Thank,
For real, for
For
shoot,
real.
sure, with this
thankful
local
for y'all
talent, man.
too.
What you say, Rick?
For sure, for this local talent, man, it's just been a blessing to have them be a part of the wave with us. These fighters are very busy. To take time out of their day and do this, I totally understand. The schedules are crazy. Um, just to show love like this, man, it means a lot for not only us but for them. It means a lot, man. To get themselves out there and to get them exposed, it's big. So yeah, man, I just love the fact that this local talent is buying into what we're doing and what we're putting out there, and it's super dope to have you all a part of it, man. I can't wait to see the future. For you, Tanjay, you have a ton of potential. Um, the sky's the limit, man. It's just it's just cool to see the ride, man, because it's a crazy one, man. Fighting's
Yeah,
wild, man, and the business is crazy. Fight camps are crazy. The
yeah,
fights are wild. There's just so much that goes into this that I think a lot of people um, really don't understand. And it's just a privilege to have people like you, humble, on the show with us and doing this type of stuff with us, man. Because I know Javar. I don't have to speak for him. I don't have to speak for Leaf. We appreciate your time and we appreciate you coming on to talk with us, man. It means a lot.
nah, I appreciate y'all as well. It does mean a lot. And like one of the biggest things too, a lot of people don't see behind the scenes is I want to speak on behalf of a lot of fighters. I'm not saying all fighters, but a lot of fighters, the mental health aspect as well too, and not even just fighters, but people. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say fighters because if you're a person who's dealing with mental health and you're still going on pushing every single day and you're at least taking steps to work on it, then you're a fighter yourself as well too. You're fighting every day to get better, and yeah, there's just a lot of things that people don't see. Is you as a former athlete and as a former combat sport athlete and coach and trainer, you also understand, and even Javari, just you as a human being overall, and you having your own experiences as well too. Y'all understand as well too. So that's why I'm always pushing positivity and letting everybody know that anything is possible. Just keep working hard. You can do anything you put your mind to. It's one of the things my mama raised me on. So I'm gonna keep putting that into practice and fruition. And I
Shout
really
out to
do
moms,
appreciate
man.
y'all a
Shout out
bunch.
to moms. Shout out to moms.
Yeah,
Word,
facts.
yeah, man.
Shout out to
Your mom
moms,
must
man.
have your mom must have shared this the promo for the live podcast like 10 times, bro. She's showing mad support, man, commenting, bro. I
Hey, my
appreciate it,
mama.
man, and everybody else that did too, man. Like it's just getting started, and
Yeah,
just to see the love is really encouraging, man. Like this is what I did it for, to not just have us in a ring interviewing you, but having questions for you, but also having people that may be fans of you that can't reach out, or may get lost in the messages or something like that. They can come here and then they can chop it up with us, you know what I mean? But again, bro, I appreciate the time. I know you've been working hard. I hit you up earlier, you said like, yo, I'm in the gym, getting it in. um but you took the time out anyway. I know you're tired, you probably hungry. But again, you know what I'm saying? Again, thanks for pulling up, bro. Is there, you want to give out your your social media handles before we get out of here?
Yeah, my Instagram is Taj_Teasley, but it's THAJ_Teasley, and then Facebook is just my name, Tanji Nakeem Teasley. Those are the only two that I really just give out to the public. You feel me?
Nah, I hear you, bro. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Tell the Truth Boxing Pod. It's your boy the Valley Savage. That's Rick Numero Uno and Thaj Teasley. He's up next, y'all.
Thank you,
I'll see you
everybody.
next
Thank
time.
y'all.